Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Elle and today I'm going to be doing a standalone romance recommendation video for you. So I'm super excited to share all of these books with you. I have a variety of different genres. I have one historical that I read recently that I want and am dying to share with you because it was so amazing. So let's get right into this video. The first book I want to talk about is The Duke and Lady in Red by Lorraine Heath. So this is the book I was talking about. And with historical romances, there are some series, well, most of the series that you know, you can read them as a standalone, and so it's really hard to find just a historical romance standalone, but this one is, I'm pretty sure it is a standalone. So our heroine is kind of a little bit of a con artist, and in the way where she cheats like high society men out of their money, and so that's what she's trying to do with the hero, and the hero is very enamored with her, thinks that she is this absolutely gorgeous woman, wants to get to know her, and so she kind of convinces him to give her a sum of money, and so she was just going to run away with the money to Scotland, but he ends up finding her and taking her and is like, you are not going to steal from me, you're not going to run away from me, if you want this money I will give it to you, but only if you spend 1 week with me. And so she does, and they have a lot of chemistry, a lot of tension between them, and she's taking care of somebody very, very special to her, and it's very important to her that she has to look after, and so that's why she's really wants to get this money, and it's just this like beautiful emotional story, and I just loved it so much, and I loved how much he cared for her, but he had to kind of figure out if she was being real with him, and she would get mad at him because she would want to go, you know, visit her loved one and be there for them, and it's just a beautiful story, and I really loved it. I don't want to say too much because it's kind of better to go into this book blind, but I listened to an audio and fell in love with this story, and it's just so beautiful. I really loved it, though there is a disclaimer. One of the side characters does pass away, so, and that is a big plot of the story, so I just wanted to give that disclaimer and trigger warning, just so you know, because that's very prevalent in this story, but I just really love this one, and I love Lorraine Heath's writing, and I can't wait to read more from her. The next book I have is Close Quarters by Candy Steiner. So if you hear some rustling in the background, Luna, my dog, she loves staring out the window and peeking her head through the blinds. It's like the funniest thing. But anyways, Close Quarters is such a fun standalone romance, and I absolutely adore this one. It's one of my favorites from Candy Steiner. So our heroine, she is a photographer, and she just graduated from college, and her boyfriend are going to be traveling around the Mediterranean Sea. Her boyfriend is a yachty, and so he is going to be working on a yacht the whole summer, but like traveling and, you know, for the yacht and around the Mediterranean Sea, and she was going to do kind of a solo trip because, you know, she couldn't go on the yacht with him, and she needs to take lots of photos for her portfolio, and so when she's about to say goodbye to her boyfriend, the owner of the yacht sees her and is like, well, why don't you just stay, and this will be like the best experience, you'll get like really amazing pictures for your portfolio, and I'll pay you to take some pictures for me, and he ends up being the hero, and it's just amazing. It is a billionaire, kind of forbidden romance because she's in a relationship, and her and the hero just keep getting closer and closer, getting to know each other. He wants her so badly, and that was one of my favorite things about this book, and there's kind of a little bit of a twist in this one that was really fun, and I just really love this romance. I loved all the scenery you get to really go through. It's like you are traveling around the Mediterranean Sea, and I love that. It's very scenic and just like beautiful, and it's just such a great romance, and I loved how much passion he had for her. He's a little bit older, kind of mysterious, so definitely go check this one out. I really, really love it. I think it may be on Kindle Unlimited, but I'm not 100% sure, but it is just such a fantastic read. I highly recommend it. The next book I want to recommend is Tristix Venom by Penelope Douglas. So this is a sapphic bully romance, and both of our heroines go to the same school, and one of them is out, and everybody knows that they like girls, but the other heroine is not out yet, and she really hates the other heroine who is out because she is so jealous and envious of her, and so she kind of bullies her. But the other heroine doesn't take that and kind of pushes back, and so it is this really, really fun bully romance, and they like tug and pull and at each other, and it's just so fun. I really love this one, and it's very spicy, and it is just such a great sapphic romance, and it is one of Penelope Douglas's standalones, and I just really like this one. I love both of the heroines. I love that one of them you know, comes from the richer side of town, and one of them is from like the poorer side of town, but you really see how they come together and, you know, start a romance and a relationship. And I loved how they just had this really funny banter, but also would like poke at each other, and I really love this one. I read it when it came out, so the memories are a little bit fuzzy on this one, but I remember really enjoying it. It is very long, but I remember not minding the length. I thought it worked really well for the story, so definitely go check this out if you want a really fun bully sapphic romance. Next romance I want to talk about is Sea Room by Pam Godwin. So I read this when it came out, and I absolutely loved this one. This is a dark historical pirate romance slash kind of love triangle. So our heroine, she grew up kind of in like not like high society, but her mother was in high society in like the colonies, I think, and her father was a pirate, and so something happens where she ends up taking over her father's ship, and it's this like crazy wild story, and it's just like so fun, and she ends up being kidnapped by this like English pirate hunter guy, and so she is like stuck there, and she kind of starts to fall in love with him, but then there's another plot line where she's actually married to this guy, this other pirate, but he really hurt her, and he's looking for her now, and it's just like such a fun story. I don't want to give too much away on like spoilers, but it's kind of like Pirates of the Caribbean-esque, but if the heroine was Jack and it was a love triangle, and very, very dark, and it's just like a crazy wild ride, and I just remember loving this so much. I'm trying to see if I missed anything. They're both very possessive over her, both of the heroes, and her husband really betrayed her, and so now she just doesn't want anything to do with him, and she, like I said, is kidnapped by like the English pirate hunter, but she ends up starting to fall in love with him, and it's very like enemies to lovers, hate to love, and it's just so much fun. I don't know how to like describe this book in a very like particular way. It's just really, really good, and if you've read Pam Godwin's books before, you know her writing is very dark and deals with dark subject matter, so I definitely check the triggers on this one, but it's just such a fun romance. If you like pirates and historical romance, but easy to read, I would definitely go check this one out. It is one of my favorite books of all time. I really, really love this one. The next book I have is All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata. So all of Mariana Zapata's books are standalone, so you could read, you know, any of her books, and it's like, I don't think any of her books are in a series. They are sometimes interconnected, where you'll see like characters from past books being related to like the main characters of, you know, one of the books. But this one, our heroine recently lost her mother, and she is traveling back to her hometown to kind of find herself again. She went through a nasty divorce, and now she's coming back to her small town to find herself again and to reconnect with her mom and her mom's spirit, and just feeling like doing the things that her mom loved. Like her mom loves to hike, and so she ends up renting out this like apartment, and she finds out that when she gets there, the person that owns the house and the apartment has no idea that this is happening, that she is moving in. His son set it all up. And so the hero ends up being the guy that she is staying with, and he is very, very grumpy. He does not want her there. He does not like anybody intruding on his space, and he's very mad at his son for doing this. His son is like 15, and so he finally agrees to let her stay, and they kind of, it's very grumpy sunshine. They start having kind of a friendship, and she gets really close with his son, and kind of being like not a motherly figure to him, but he really goes to her for advice and stuff, and it's just so funny. And she is starting to go out on these like long hikes, and the hero, I think, is like a park ranger or something with parks, where he works in like parks all day and like national parks, and he gets very worried and protective over her, like if she'll get lost in the woods. And it's just such a cute, fun, small town romance, and I loved this one. It's single dad. It's really, really good. I really, really love this one. I was giddy reading it. And just Martin Zapata knows how to do a slow burn and really, really good romance, and I just love this one so much. I love Rhodes, and this is just such a great book. I highly recommend it. The last book I want to recommend is Forget Me Not by QB Tyler. So this is for all my angsty, messy girlies who love angst, who love mess. So our hero and heroine are actually going through a divorce, and the hero gets in a really bad accident and does not remember the past like 2 years of his life, of where his, like, you know, his marriage is going through a lot of turmoil, and, you know, is coming to an end, and he just remembers him and his wife being in a happy and loving relationship. And so when he like comes back, he's like loves his wife, and it, you know, and so she is like, wait, like, why are you like this? You were the one who wanted the divorce. And they both, you know, are in relationships at the time, and he's like, I don't even know this woman. It's just like so funny, but it's very emotional because he really broke her heart. And she just feels like absolutely gutted by him and doesn't know how to forgive him, but he just loves her so much and can't even fathom cheating on her and not wanting to be with her. Like, he knows that she is his soulmate, and so it's this beautiful story of them coming back to each other, and I just love this book so much. It is so good. QB Tyler knows how to write spice and angst and messiness that I love, and it's just such a fantastic read. But this does deal with cheating, so if that bothers you, I would not read this book. But I really loved it, and I didn't mind it. It worked really well for the story, and I just love this book so much. Definitely go check it out. Alright, well, that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I really love standalone romances because you can just find, you know, you don't have to go through a whole series of books, and I think they're just fun to read. I really like standalone romances, and I need to read more of them. But I want to thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you're having a great day wherever you are, and I will see you guys in the next video.